Hello and welcome to our Rich Coach University. And this is Dr. Elena Pezzini with You've Got the Power, Certified Master Coach, and Doctor in Industrial Organizational Psychology. Today, we want to explore a module that will help you with those clients who like to be extra prepared for a session. It can be the first session, or it can be later on a follow-up session. So let's see. So we found this form to be very, very helpful with clients from all over the world. And you're welcome to use it or modify it to your liking. Okay? So let me share the screen. And you can use it, of course, yourself with your own coach. Okay, and here it comes. Okay, so these forms, again, it's best they're shared with you on Google Drive. That's what we recommend, rather than emailing, because otherwise you'll have a little bit there, a little bit here, very unorganized, instead of having everything organized all in one. We really like Google Drive. We've used it for decades and find it more useful than other platforms like Dropbox, OneDrive, etc., cloud. Although I'm using all Mac products. Okay, so here we go. So what life areas, so imagine a pie, a wheel, am I focusing on this quarter and or year? Okay, what are my intentions? And so there you go. This is a table where they can specify the area. We just picked 3 to start. You can add more. What's the intention? So easy beginning intention, a medium intention, an ideal for any objective. Let's come up with the very minimum, the very minimum. No matter how busy they get, if their pet dies, you know, for sure they'll be able to do the very minimum, the easy. Okay, the achievable is maybe somewhat more realistic, and the incredible is, of course, the ideal. And it's possible they get there with a little more effort, right? Okay, so, and then what percentage of completion according to them are they? So on the way there, are they 50% towards on their way there, or are they 1% there, 0%, 70%, 80%? Okay, they can self-evaluate here. What successes around my intention have I had since our last call? And you know, if this is the second or third, or not the first session. What other successes have I had in my life since our last call? So successes around their commitments, okay, their action steps, and other successes in general that could have happened, because life does happen, and I'm sure that you know, it's not that they focus just on one thing. Their health kept going and their relationships kept going, while maybe they were prioritizing business or one specific area. Okay, so what didn't I get done but intended to? You know, this can happen. Sometimes sometimes life happens. Sometimes clients overcommit. Sometimes us coaches overcommit. Yes. So let's take inventory, see what was the task or action. Okay, and what happened? You know, sometimes it's just excuses. Fears, as you know, is just an excuse, but let's see what they come up with. Okay. And what's the importance? This is basically the priority. Some may change. Some may change. If somebody's sick or they have a sick family member, that becomes sort of high priority, especially if something critical, but perhaps that's solved. And so therefore something else becomes more important, more of a priority. Okay, learnings, as you know, very important, because if they don't learn anything from their actions, from their strategies, then how can you utilize it as a teaching, as an insight to do better in the future? Of course, always good to do a little bit of gratitude. Yeah, what am I thankful for? Okay, sometimes we just become so laser focused that we lose peripheral vision. So we lose sight or track of other opportunities and resources and around us that somehow your coach told us about, some friends told us about, but it didn't sink in, okay? And we just keep doing the same thing, hoping for different results, when in reality there is an easier strategy, an easier path, an easier approach, okay? So very important to ask this type of questions and always relate them back to their intention, their big dreams, right? Okay, challenges. Challenges, very important. So sometimes they're much bigger in the head, they usually are, in the head of the client than they really are, than they realistically are, okay? So, and it's our job, of course, as a coach to just encourage and let them know their power is beyond any measure and they can absolutely do anything they set their mind onto. Okay, asking these questions, am I overcommitting myself? That often happens because we get impatient and we just think that Rome was built in one day, okay? And success is consistency. And if it weren't, then it would be too easy. There will be no purpose in living. We will have everything available at any time. No gain, no game. So it would be no fun. So, okay. And it's your job as a coach to, remind them they are progressing, to keep it simple, chewable, doable, okay? So that they don't burn themselves along the way and achieve everything eventually, as long as they continue taking actions step by step. Are there any commitment I should eliminate or postpone realistically? Okay, that can happen. So I had a client, that very famous lawyer, international lawyer, and she had a newborn. She also was starting a new business on the side, and she wanted to get a PhD on it. It was just too much. It was just too much. So she decided to postpone the schooling for now, for a little bit at least, until she gets everything else becomes a little more sustainable and requires less of her attention. But sometimes there could be, things to eliminate, including relationships. If they don't serve us, it's important to keep some distance, especially if they're toxic, okay? Okay, what is the one thing I can get done this week that will make it a great week? Okay, so if they're too overwhelmed, then let's refocus them to one thing they can do. If they have too much going on, too much on their plate, they can still do one thing and still progress, okay? What are the results, if any, do I want from this coaching session? You never know. Don't assume, because maybe something happened in their life, something new since the previous call that you're not aware of, and that could totally take a turn for your coaching work. okay? That has happened, you know, emergencies happen to all of us, life emergencies. Whether, yeah, something happens with family members that just needs, that is time sensitive and needs to be taken care of right away, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so a reminder, new commitments for today. Okay, what assuming this is not the first session. Okay, so, and then commitments for the future, that they can actually, sorry, this is for next session. Okay, and of course all of these they have to put into the calendarize, or they'll forget at a specific time and day. Okay, so it gets done. And if here it says 3, but of course 1 will suffice, 1 or 2 will suffice if they have a busy calendar. Okay, so rewards, you know, you can call it carrot, like the gold, 18 carat, 24 carat. And so again, you know, depending on what their intention, their action was going to be, or outcome, okay? So depending on what they get, so they can still have a reward for all of them, whether it was the minimum they accomplished, whether they achieved a little more than the minimum, or whether they did amazing, like they over-exceeded their expectations and their commitments. Okay, so I think you will really like this form, and they would too. That's what we have seen. If they need extra, if they want to feel more prepared for the call, you can definitely send that to them, to your clients, to fill in before the session. Okay, so happy coaching, happy results, have fun, enjoy your clients immensely. Let us know how you do, and we will be with you very soon for more learning and more tools. See you soon. Bye-bye.